check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Is this thing on?
Yeah, that sounds right.
The first step of installing BORAL TruExterior siding is unloading it from the truck. The second step is installing BORAL TruExterior trim, and the first step of installing that is planning it out, which means deciding what size trim to use where and figuring out what it'll all look like. I began by blocking out the house in SketchUp and trying different trim sizes and placements. In this drawing, there's a continuous band across the heads of all the windows. I decided not to do that though. I did add a skirtboard at the bottom of the walls and wide corner and casing profiles. I like the Greek Revival look that a lot of simple New England houses roll into their designs, so I decided to mimic that to some extent. BORAL's TruExterior skirtboard has a beveled top to deflect water out and away and a built-in kickout strip to hold that first piece of bevel siding out from the wall. So there's no flashing required atop the skirtboard. Also, this whole wall system is designed to drain any liquid water out through the rainscreen, so anything that gets in will fall down behind the siding and trim and drain out the bottom of the wall. Because I haven't been a professional remodeler for almost 2 decades, I used a test wall to roll through the system before tearing all the siding off the house. When I had my system, I moved to the money wall. Basically, there's a skirtboard, corners, window trim, and utility blocks. I began with the skirtboard, though some people begin with the corners. The skirt is mitered at each corner, and I used 18-inch scraps to set the positions correctly. Before getting too carried away though, I always check to make sure that my saw is cutting square. Speaking of square, it's always good to trim the ends of boards before pulling a measurement, because they're not necessarily square right out of the factory. I covered the bottom of the exterior styrofoam with sight-bent coil stock and leveled it all with a builder's level. You know, the old-fashioned telescope-looking things that we used before we had lasers. So I could use that sight-bent coil stock as a guide for leveling the skirtboard. I used mitered scraps on one end and either a loop of rope or my kids at the other end to position the skirtboards in place. Then I rechecked with the level before screwing it all off. The instructions call for 2 fasteners every 16 inches for boards under 10 inches wide, so that's what I did. So with the skirtboard in place on the video wall, I fixated on the corner boards. Rather than screw 2 corner pieces to the house, trying to flush them up in place, I pre-assembled the corner boards with a pocket hole jig, screwing the pieces together every 16 inches or so. The main issue with installing a skirtboard first is that the bottoms of the corners need to mimic the profile at the top of the skirt. That means mitering the bottom of the corners and cutting off that kickout strip at the top of the skirt. Because there are only 6 corners on the house, it wasn't a big deal to do a little custom work. Now, with the skirtboard and corners set, the only thing between me and siding is window trim and utility blocks. Trimming out the window involves adding deep exterior extension jambs to cover the foam edges and butt the window. I installed the jambs to the sill and casing to the jambs, and then fastened the trim to the wall through the casing. We covered this process on Pro Tradecraft years ago with David Joyce up in Massachusetts. He says the extension jambs don't need to be watertight because the drainage plane behind them is watertight and the window installation is also watertight. I believe him, but I went ahead and caulked the joints after the window trim was installed. I'll cover the whole window trim out process in a more detailed and focused video, but right now I'm going to stick this block on the wall. And this block. And this block. All of which were fabricated from TruExterior trim stock. Like the corners, I beveled the bottom of the block so it would slide down and flush out with the skirtboard. I test fit the exhaust hood to make sure I could seal it up, and when everything seemed as it should be, I painted the block and took a break. Now I can install some of that nickel gap TruExterior siding from BORAL, and I'll do that next time on PTC at Home.
It sound right, boy.